Okay. First and foremost, I want to go through a recap before we get into this training. And this recap is Power Hour training every Monday. You guys are on it. You guys should have it, not only you, but your team on your calendar as a reminder. Every Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific. For the East Coast people, you're talking about 1 p.m. Your time. And then Texas people, probably around 12 o'clock your time, okay? Put it as a reminder. Don't be reminded by social media or by a text blast or by a group. You should be reminded in your team. How many people should you have that are reminded of this training? You want to make sure that you do that. Please put yourself on mute if you're not already on mute. So very important that you guys, keep that in mind, okay? So let's mute everyone in case. All right. So let's go ahead and make sure that you guys have that opportunity webinar, opportunity career night every Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Also, sign up for the free academy. This is my training academy, teamfreedomtraining.net. This training on how I got to mentor in 11 weeks is already there, okay? Tuesday's team training with Jonathan Bernasso, Zoom at jb.com. You want to make sure that you're in your Facebook groups. You know, my team, we've got Power Team Freedom. There's not enough people from our team on there, right? Now, granted, I just created this not too long ago. And then, I put that twice, sorry. And then Power Pioneers, okay? And then we also have our Power Hitters group as well. So you guys want to make sure that you are a part of all of these, okay? Hold on, who is off of mute? Angela, please put yourself on mute. Thank you. All right, and then Super Saturday. We have a Super Saturday coming in February, and that's going to be Luis Perez, our mentor Luis Perez, and myself going to be doing a phenomenal 4-hour training. We're going to go till 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's probably going to be February 4th. If not, it'll be the following weekend. So we'll keep you guys informed. But in February, we have a Super Saturday. We're going to put the Eventbrite soon. For those of you guys that are in the Southern California area, the tickets are going to be $20. It's just to cover the event. Okay, guys, it costs about an average of about $2,000 to rent a room with the DJ and all that stuff. So we just want to cover the cost of the event. It's $20. So Super Saturday coming up in February, and we already heard some wins from you guys. So let's get started with the affirmations, and we're going to get started with the training. So number one, let's go ahead and unmute everybody. 1 second. Everybody go ahead and unmute, please. And we're going to go ahead and get started with our affirmations to get this week started. So here we go. I'm going to say the affirmation and you guys repeat after me, but I want you to repeat after me like you mean it. I want you to feel the feelings as if these things are already true in your life. So here we go. Number one, I am a powerful solar professional.
I am a powerful solar professional.
I do business morally and ethically.
I do business morally and ethically.
Morally and ethically.
I am successful, intelligent, and confident.
I am successful, intelligent, and confident.
Intelligent.
Awesome. I do not depend on luck or unrealistic possibilities.
I do not depend on luck or unrealistic
possibilities.
I am making a positive impact in the world and in the lives of others.
I am
making a positive impact in the world and in the lives of others.
I radiate with confidence and people feel that.
I radiate with
confidence and feel that.
I am building a renewable energy empire.
I am building a renewable
energy empire.
And therefore, money comes easily and frequently and in increasing quantities.
Therefore, money comes easily and frequently
increasing
quantities.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get it going. Let's go. All right. I'm going to mute everybody so we can get this meeting started. Let's go ahead and mute. All right. Let's get it going. All right, family. Good job. You want to feel these affirmations, right? You want to feel them. One of the things that people in personal development books, The Science of Getting Rich. By the way, in the academy, I have a personal development module. It's one of the last modules in teamfreedomtraining.net. And one of them has a bunch of personal development stuff. I recommend that you do 30 minutes of personal development every single day. You can listen to it. Instead of listening to radio, listen to personal development. The person, Jim Rohn says, and I repeat this quote very often, success is something you attract by the person you become. Success is something you attract by the person you become. You want to be more attractive to people to do business with you? What about the caliber of person that you want to attract into your business? That you will be able to recruit people based on your personal growth, based on your self-confidence, your ability to present, right? Your discipline, and all of these other things, very important. So I recommend that you guys do that. So let's get into it. We're going to talk today about how to get to mentor, how I got to mentor in the first 11 weeks. I had no experience in solar. I got to mentor in 11 weeks, and I didn't have a lot of credibility at the time. The reason being is because even though I had done well in business, over a 2-year period, I had 3 basically failed businesses. So my credibility was shot, okay? So I needed to start with not my war market, even though I did call my war market. I had to really sell to cold market. And here's a little tip that I will give you. You will make more money with people you don't know than with people that you do, especially in the beginning. This is very important for you to understand. Very often, not always, but very often, the people that you know are not going to be the first ones jumping, to give you their business. They're going to need to wait till you prove yourself. Okay, so I want you guys to keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? Okay, so here's some of the fundamentals, okay? So number one, I wrote my goals down. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. I wrote down by when I wanted to become a mentor, and I gave myself 3 months. I did it in a little bit less than 3 months. I declared it to the world. Not only did I say, sorry, I had a call coming in. I'm going to have the number one team in the company. I said, hey, listen, I'm going to be the number one mentor in this company next year. People didn't believe me. That happened. And it seems to have happened two years in a row. Okay. I identified what the price was that I needed to pay, right? So I identified what the price was that I needed to get paid, and I got busy paying that price. So you have to ask yourself, okay, great. Once you map it out, how many sales are you looking to do? How fast are you looking to get to mentor, or whatever that rank is? And by the way, I am currently working on a PowerPoint training, and some things for my team is called, we're going to have ranks within Powur. There's going to be a rank called Mentor Elite. What is Mentor Elite? Somebody that is constantly selling 3 deals a month and recruiting or getting 3 ambassadors per month. So 3 sales per month, whether they're personal or mentor sales, and constantly getting any combination of consultants or ambassadors, minimum 3 per month. That is considered a mentor elite. Somebody that does that 3 months in a row, that's considered a mentor elite. We're going to recognize those people, because people will work for money, but they die for recognition. So when we do things like the Mentor Factory, when we do things like Super Saturdays, we're going to recognize those people as well. So I'm just thinking of ways, how can we speed this up? How can we make this better for our people, right? So I wrote down my goals. So identify what is a timeline of the things that you want to accomplish. Don't just say, I want to make a lot of money. Don't just say, I want to replace my income. You need to have it written down, right? The way the universe works is that you write the goal down, and you've got to be specific about it. If you're not specific about your goals, it's like the equivalent of going to a restaurant and telling the waitress, I would like some food. You'd like some food? Well, what kind of food would you like? I mean, you're very vague. You cannot be vague with your goals. You've got to be very, very detailed. How much is the money? How much? How fast? What is the time frame? Also, you want to put it in, and here's how I wrote it. I am so happy and grateful now that I've accomplished being the number one mentor in this company. I am so happy and grateful now that I've closed 10 deals. Now I've closed 100 deals. Right now, I've closed 204. Last time I checked, 244 to 44 deals. Number 3 all-time history in the company. And the other 2 guys that are above me, they've been in this company like 3-4 years more than I have, right? So I'm going to be number 1 all-time sales. This year, I will be number 1 all-time sales, 100%. I've already declared that. I haven't wrote down by when, but I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to document it right now by when. By the end of May 2023, I will be the number 1 all-time sales in this company. I think May has 31 days. If it's 31 days, it'll be May 31st, 2023. If it has 30 days, it'll be May 30th, 2023. I will be the number 1 all-time sales within Powur. You guys see how that works? I'm so happy and grateful now that as of May 30th, 2023, I am the #1 all-time sales in Powur, the #1 fastest growing company in the world for solar, right? So I wrote down the goals, declared it to the world. I went out there, told my family. I went out there, told my friends. I went out there, told my team. This is when I'm going to be mentor within this company. So those are the first steps that I did. So here's what I did. First and foremost, I made a list of more than 200 people. Why? Because I wanted to not call the list. I wanted to attack that list. I am attacking the list with reckless abandonment. I am calling. I am firing off phone calls. And here's why that is duplicatable. See, I don't do a whole lot of things that are not duplicatable. I'm all about duplication. Where a dud can do it to a stud, where somebody with no money can do it. This is somebody with no money could do it. Somebody with no money could go on their social media and on their Facebook contacts and on their phone contacts and write down on a piece of paper. It cannot, I repeat, it cannot be on your phone. That's not your list. Your list is not on your phone. Your list must be written down. So I wrote down 200 names and I started calling the names. I'm going to tell you what I said to them when I did. Because the first thing I want to do is not be a secret agent. One of the things I tell you all the time, you should have 200 people that know that you are in solar without a shadow of a doubt, that they know beyond a shadow of a doubt, you are the solar guy or girl within their circle. If you genuinely get 200 people to know that you are the solar guy or girl, there's no way you're not going to start getting business unless you are this super unprofessional person on social media, unless you don't look like a professional. But if you look semi-professional, you will get people. Here's why. Listen, man, this is coming from a network marketer and from a former realtor. There's hardly anybody that your people know that is a solar pro. They all know a real estate pro. Hardly anybody generally knows a solar pro. Right? It's not always going to be like that, by the way. You got to position yourself within. This is a very basic thing that anybody could do, right? Very basic. So I made a list of 200 people and I called those 200 people. Then what I did is, instead of traditional door knocking, which I've done and I like, but I did the new homeowner list. That's what I'm going to get into today. I work 4 to 5 days per week doing the new homeowner list. Okay. And my schedule was 3 to 7 p.m. during the week, Saturdays and Sundays. Sometimes I work Sundays as well, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. That was my schedule. Just so you guys get an idea, okay, of what it took. 4 hours during the week, on a Saturday or a Sunday, sometimes both. I work from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. My tools were a polo shirt. At the time, there was no polo shirts for sale. At the time, there was no trainings like this. Jonathan Brunas didn't have a training. I said, is there any trainings, any weekly trainings for the team? No, great, I'll create one. Hey, is there any polo shirts? No, there's not. Great, I'll create one. Right? Hey, is there any designs? I think there was some business designs, right? So I went and I bought some polo shirts at JC Penney. I went to a local embroidery shop and I got my polos done there, right? That's where I get my shirts done now for the team. You guys saw in my office, we sell polo shirts. We sell t-shirts. We even sell beautiful jackets now. I got a huge inventory in the office, by the way. FYI, those of you guys that are going to show up to the office today, it's going to be in the second floor, suite 211 in our training room. You want to make sure you go to the training room today, not the third floor, the second floor today. So these were my business, my tools: polo shirt, business cards, flyers, and an app called Road Warrior. It's not Road Runner. That's a mistake. It's Road Warrior. Why this app? Because when you're doing the list of new homeowners, by the way, where do you get the list of new homeowners? Again, it's free. I'm talking about duplication. It's free. You're going to have to pay a little bit of money for a polo, some business cards. You don't need business cards. I do recommend business cards. And you got to pay for some gas because you're going to be driving around visiting new homeowners. You get the list on redfin.com, redfin.com or Zillow.com. Okay. So I'm not going to get into details of how to get it. If you want the details, more detailed training on this particular subject is in teamfreedomtraining.net. I break down how I go into the website and you see how I download the list, but it's simple. You look for sold homes and you pick from 3 months to 2 years. So I picked in the last 2 years, and I skipped everything before 3 months. Everything that closed within the last 3 months, I skipped. Why? Because a lot of those people are not moved in yet. A lot of those homes are still being renovated. This is something I had to learn on my own. So I visit homes that closed 3 months ago, all the way up to 2 years ago. I find that is a good time for you to tell them and consider them a new homeowner, and to tell them congratulations on your new home. So this is what I did. So I'm going to get into the details of how I what I said to my list and what I said to the new homeowners. So my initial script to my warm market, after I give them a call, remember, you got to block the time aside. If you are serious about your business, here's a problem, guys. Watch, and I'm gonna even stop sharing my screen for a minute. I wanna drive this point home. Here's what you guys got to understand, man. You guys have to understand this. Hold on, let me make this. Here's one thing that you guys have to understand. One of the mistakes that a lot of you guys are making, not all of you, but some of you, a lot of you, most of you. Here's a mistake that you're making. You pay $99 to join Powur and $85 a month, and you think this is a $99 setup fee business with an $85 a month overhead. That is your mistake. The good thing about Powur is that it's only $99 to get started and $85 a month. The bad thing about Powur is that it's only $99 to get started and $85 a month. So you think that you have an $85 per month business and you don't value what you've got. When I got started, the mindset was, number one, I'm going to go all in. I'm pushing my chips all in. If you ever play poker, when you go all in means you risk all of your chips. You could go bust or you could double your money, right? I said, I'm going to go all in, number one. Number two, I realized I have a nationwide solar brokerage for $85 a month because of the business model that they've got. And I've learned since then this. I sat down with solar dealers. And when I sit down with them, I show them the numbers. On a couple of occasions, I remember one occasion, one guy says to me, hey, man, I just realized right now that you make more money than I do. If you sell a deal here in my local market, if I were to be with Powur, I would net more money than doing it by myself. And I paid over $100,000 to open up my solar dealer, and my overhead is over $10,000 per month. And I got a small shop. You paid $100 to open up your solar dealer. You sell nationwide. Your overhead is $85 a month minus $10,000 a month, and I would make more money with you. And I could only sell in California and Nevada, I think it was. So it put things into perspective. Then it made me realize that is the reason why I treated this from the beginning. Like this was not an $85 per month business. See, all of us, if we paid just $10,000 to buy let's say a Powur franchise, 10 grand, and your overhead was $2,000 a month, I guarantee that your efforts, most of you, not all of you, some of you guys are already treating it this way. If your overhead was just $2 grand a month with a $10,000 setup fee, you would treat it a lot more serious. But you are fooling yourself because it's only $85 a month. And I'm telling you, you're probably not going to last long if you have that mindset. I'm telling you what my mindset was. I'm a mindset coach. I have a bulletproof mindset course that people buy, that people purchase from my website. Real estate companies hire me to go train on this subject in detail. And I'm telling you, man, one of the mistakes that people are making is that your mindset, you have to know what you have in your hands. So I knew from day one what I had in my hands. So anyways, I block out the time. I say from this time to this time, I'm firing off phone calls. I'm not making phone calls. I'm firing off phone calls. So here's what I would call. I would call. I say, hey, Johnny, how's it going, bro? You and the family doing well? Great. After I did some small talk, here's what I said. Listen, Johnny, I wanted to give you a call, bro, because I wanted to let you know that I just got started in the solar industry, and 2 bullet points come next. And I'm very excited about this, and this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 15 to 20 years. Let's go to the next one. Anyways, just letting you know, in case you know of anybody who either has questions about solar or may be interested in going solar, I'd appreciate it if you'd keep me in mind. So there's 2 sections and 2 bullet points each section. Number 1, and it's simple. You're calling people to inform them. Hey, I just wanted to give you a call to let you know that I just got started in the solar industry, and I'm very excited about this. And this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 15 to 20 years. I'm just letting you know, in case you know of anybody who either, 2 bullet points, has questions about solar or anybody that may be interested in solar. I'd appreciate if you keep me in mind, bro. And then I let them answer. That's where I'm going to see I'm looking for something positive. So here's what happens. Anything positive, if they tell me that they're looking for solar, if they tell me that, oh, my electric bill's high, then of course I'm going to go for the bill. But if they say anything positive, like, oh, sounds good, bro. Yeah, thanks, man. I'll keep you in mind. Now I'm going to go for the ambassador. By the way, John, my company actually has a really cool referral program. Anybody that you were to send us that goes solar, our company will actually pay you $1,000. It's called the ambassador program. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you over a link. I'm going to text it to you. It's completely free to become an ambassador. Just fill out the page, sign up. And if you ever refer me anybody go solar, bro, it's $1,000. Remember this, facts tell, stories sell. Facts tell. Here's the deal. You should be doing this crap 200 times minimum. There's no way that you don't know 200 people. I don't even care if those people are in a state that we're not in. They may know some people in states that we are in. Your job is not to be emotionally attached to the result. Your job is just to do the proper action every single day. If you do the proper action every single day, you cannot help but to become successful. You cannot help but to get some positive results. And if you do the right things and keep getting good results, eventually that leads to success. Okay? Everyone should have no less than 50 ambassadors their first 365 days. I want you guys to type in the chat how many ambassadors you've got. What if you got a team of 10 people, 20 people? Now, let's say you got 20 people eventually in your team that have 50 ambassadors. That's 1,000 ambassadors in your organization. My organization has right around 3,000 ambassadors, probably more now. I haven't checked in a few months. 3,000, that leads to some leads. Okay, now if we train people to be strong sales solar professionals, then a lot of those leads will be converted at a higher percentage. Okay, so let's keep it going. When I would visit new homeowners, so during the day, I would call these people. During the day, I would cold call realtors. I would message them on Facebook. During the day, when I wasn't door knocking, I was trying to collect bills, calling my warm market, connecting with new warm market, networking with people, going to networking events, and then from about 3 to 7 during the week, I'd visit new homeowners. Here's what I would do when I would visit new homeowners. Here's what I would do. Hey, how's it going? I knock on the door, knock, knock, and then I take a couple steps back. Then they mind you, I started door knocking 2 weeks after the shutdown. This is March 2020, late March 2020. The shutdown worldwide happened March 16th, 2020. 2 weeks after the shutdown, everybody else, most people were making excuses. Oh, the shutdown, people are going to be scared. I said, listen, man, all excuses are equal. Excuses sound best to those people who are giving them. Excuses sound best to those people who are giving them. I said, I looked at myself in the mirror. I said, you're still JC mother effing Rangel. Shit, you're not this mediocre guy that makes excuses that drowns in a cup of water. Yep. Okay, somebody needs to put yourself on mute. Somebody's off of mute. Please put yourself on mute. So I had to go out there and look at that and say, okay, great. Making money is like riding a bike. You do it over and over. So I knock on the door. Here's what I say. Hey, how's it going? My name is JC. I just want to drop this off for you. And I have a flyer that I show them. Then I hand them the flyer. Then I say, by the way, congratulations on your home. It's beautiful. What are they going to say after I say that? They're going to say, thank you. No problem. I just wanted to stop by and introduce myself because I'm a solar specialist in this area. And I help a lot of the people in the area go solar. By the way, have you guys ever considered solar? And that was on purpose. By the way, have you guys ever considered solar? Right? So I'm going to go through it one more time. Hey, how's it going? My name is JC. I just want to drop this off for you. Then they reach their hand up, hand it to them. By the way, congratulations on your new home. It's beautiful. And I nod my head a little bit. He said, oh, thank you. Oh, no problem. No problem. Yeah, I just want to introduce myself because I'm the solar specialist in the area. And I actually help a lot of the people in the area around here go solar. By the way, have you guys ever considered solar? Simple. Have you guys ever considered solar? By the way, who would I visit? I visit new homeowners with a minimum of 2 bedrooms, and they had to have a pool. You could select that they have a pool. People with a pool have a higher bill. I knew this. This is all in the training in detail. And I did this, okay? I did this roughly Monday through Friday, and then I included a Saturday in there, okay? And I would visit 25 to 35 homes during the week, and on the weekend, I visit 50 to 60. And if you do that, and then on the Road Warrior app, you could put notes, not interested, not home, right? Come back later, or put their contact info in there, right? Whatever the case may be. Here was my objective when visiting these homeowners. Number one, introduce yourself. Number two, pique the interest. Number three, get the bill. Number four, get the appointment. Remember, there's 3 steps to selling solar without complicating it, making it duplicatable. Because a lot of new people get complicated. They're like, oh my God, I even felt like that. Then I realized there's 3 steps: pique interest, get the bill, get the appointment. In the beginning, you got to just get good at find out if somebody's interested. Okay. Then number 2, get the utility bill and set the appointment. Let your closer, your mentor close a deal for you, and you learn while you plug into trainings. You're constantly learning. But with a new homeowner, of course, I've got to introduce myself. I've got to pique the interest. I got to get the bill, get the appointment. When I mastered that, I said, okay, I got this. I got this. And the next step is, the next advice I'd give you is, do not be emotionally attached to the results. You got to play the numbers. I am unemotional about the results. When people quit my business, I'm unemotional about it. Hey, it's not for you. It's not for you. God bless you. I hope you find what you're looking for. But I keep chugging along, right? Let's go. New homeowners, here's the numbers: 4 to 5 days per week during the week. So sometimes I go 4 days per week, sometimes I go 5 days per week during the week, but I definitely hit 1 or 2 days on the weekend. I visit 15 to 25 homes during the week. It depends on the city that you're in. Sometimes you're driving farther, right? But 15 to 25 homes, and I visit 35 to 50 homes on weekends. Okay, I visit 3 to 4 neighboring cities. So I wouldn't just pick one city. I pick the neighboring cities, because sometimes you just cross the street, you're in the next city. So to get the best results, I pick 3 to 4 neighboring cities. You enter all of the addresses into the Road Warriors app, so it optimizes your route. So you start here, you go to the next closest one. So you pick your starting location and your ending location, and it'll optimize your route. So you drive the closest to the next closest house, and it does it in such a way that the last house will be the closest to your end location. It's a beautiful app. Technology is amazing, right? If we use it, but most people are used by technology instead of using technology, okay? And then I got the list from Redfin or Zillow. It's free. The app has a 7-day free trial, then it's like $10 per month, okay? So you got a very small overhead for doing this, okay, guys? So I would like to, and again, I wanted to keep this short because I got to get to my office meeting. So at this point, what I want to do is do something a little bit different. I want to open it up for 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Let's get some questions in, and we're going to wrap this training up. Feel free to unmute yourself if you guys have some questions.
JC, I have a question. I have women on my team that feel a little unsafe door knocking. What would you recommend for that?
Women on your team, you said?
Yes.
Well, I would suggest the neighborhood that they pick has a lot to do with it, right? The other thing is try to partner up, if possible, with a male, right? A man that goes door knocking, and you take one side of the street, the other side of the street. My wife did door knocking for a long time, okay? And sometimes when she would go to some neighborhoods that are not, by the way, she sold security systems. So knocking in unsafe neighborhoods is where we sold the most, right? So the nature of the business. In this system, with solar, knocking in places where they have nicer homes with higher bills actually favors it. So I would pick number one, nicer cities, and then also try to find a partner to go door knocking with that's a man. Even another woman, right? Just the fact that there's 2 people, right, helps. And take one side of the street, the other side of the street. That's what I'd recommend.
Perfect. Thank you, brother.
I wanted to kind of piggyback off that and just say what we do here is that when we have women that feel unsafe, we actually put them in retail. So I actually have a couple of stores that I'm partnered with, and we kind of put the girls up in there so they can kind of feel more in a safe haven as opposed to just being out in the streets. So.
Yep. And by the way, yes, to this gentleman's point, listen, there is gyms that you could put a booth at. My brother put a gym at a booth a couple of, I think December or November, and he got 8 leads and 2 sales out of it in one day, right? He didn't get the 2 sales that particular day, but he got enough leads to eventually get 2 sales like the following week. So there's booths, there's farmers markets, even at malls. You'll be surprised, sometimes at malls, it's not that expensive to put a little booth at a mall, and sometimes it's like for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you could split it with a couple of folks. It's about getting creative, man. Figure out where is it. Swap meets is another one. I got people on my team that close a bunch of deals from swap meets, and some swap meets don't even charge you anything. because you're not selling something there. You're not collecting money there. You're giving information. So some swap meets are free. So you just got to get creative, man. I mean, there's a lot of things. If Powur did not have the model, the recruiting model that it's got, I'd probably have a dedicated swap meet that I'd be at every single weekend getting business. But I like to work smarter, not harder. I build a team and I close a bunch of mentor deals.
JC, when you said lack of credibility with your warm leads, that really resonated with me, that you chased cold leads. What would you call a cold lead, and how can I build my 200 list of cold leads?
Well, one of the things that you could do is this, but most people don't realize the number one lead that we've got for partners and ambassadors is absolutely free and abundant. What do you guys think that lead is?
Realtors and loan officers?
Yep. If you go to remax.com, kellerwilliams.com, or any of these companies, they have the contacts of all of their agents in any state for free. Names, phone numbers, emails, even their pictures, man. Sometimes their social media profiles. You could sit there and smile and dial. You could enter those leads into your CRM, and then you could call them from there, right? And put your notes on there. You could email blast these people. I've recruited realtors from email blasting people, and then the realtor says, yes, I'm interested in solar. Can we talk? How do I get started, right? And I mean, I got one of the guys on my team, Al Brown, realtor for like 40 years, right? Signed him up. We've already closed 3 or 4 sales for him, and he came from an email blast that I did. So what I would do is I would call. Let's say I was going to do this plan, door knocking, right? New homeowner list, right? Let's say I was going to do the new homeowner list. Here's what I would do. I would call during the day. Let's say from 9 a.m. to 1 or 2 p.m., I'd call realtors. Now I'm stopped. And then I would go hit the new homeowner list after that, or door knocking. That's what I would do.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm sorry. Hey, JC, I'm up, Chico here, Dave Bradburn. I've been having so many people, handling objections, it's too expensive. Just trying to think of a couple other ones right now I heard yesterday. Anyway, anybody could chime in, or you, on handling the objection, getting over that.
Well, what objections are you referring to?
Oh, people are, it's too expensive. Got to come up with extra. I said, no, it's zero down. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe I've been talking, getting the appointment set too. So One
of the things about the too expensive part is this. There's a couple ways to handle it. One of the ways that I handle it is this. Well, it depends on the market that you're in, right? But here in California, did you know that after the tax credit, the 30% tax credit that the government offers, that your time to pay it off, if you stay with the utility company, you're going to pay that much money anyways in the next 8 to 10 years. Meaning if you don't go solar in the next 8 to 10 years, you're going to pay what the system costs you after the tax credit is applied, right? You're going to pay it anyways to your utility company in the next 8 to 10 years. And in some markets, it might be 15 years. That's still less, right? Now, another option is offering a lease or a PPA. Hey, how about you don't even get a loan at all? It's not expensive. We just switch you from what you're paying, and you're paying a different company for this. There's no loan that you're taking out or nothing like that. We pay to put the panels on. We generate your electricity at a smaller cost, okay? But at least what I recommend is let's sit down. Let me show you what your options are, so at least you know what you're saying no to.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Thank you.
You just got to get good at piquing the interest, asking the right questions, which is what you're doing. So you could pique the interest and get the appointment, right? And then get the sale.
Hey, JC,
where do you find the Road Warrior app?
It's on the App Store. Just type in the App Store Road Warrior.
Thank you.
Yeah,
hey,
go
JC.
to the App Store and type in Road Warrior. Yeah.
Hey, my question is, you got any insight into this new CRM that Powur's looking into?
No idea. I use my own CRM. I'm not dependent on the company bringing out the CRM because I don't know how long that's going to take. So I would recommend use your own CRM until they officially have theirs set up.
Hey, JC, I got a quick question because my whole strategy, I'm in New York, so I'm obviously not in a state yet where Powur is. So I'm not doing any like door knocking or anything like that right now. But my whole strategy has been that I have a big network of realtors and mortgage professionals that I talk to through Zoom and bring them on as ambassadors. My only thing is I've gotten a lot of them, probably a little over 100 60 or so. It says 175 in my back end, but I know some of those people are like people I recruited and stuff like that. But just trying to see if there's other ways that I can nurture them a bit more, other than I just send them a newsletter sometimes whenever we have new promotions, and just thinking of other ways to keep it top of mind for these people.
Yes. And how many consultants do you have?
I have a few. I don't have a ton. I have like a couple people that are that came from EXP but weren't really taking it super serious. So that's the other thing that I wasn't always focused on recruiting at one point, because the people that were at EXP were getting excited about the numbers but weren't taking action with it. So I tell a lot of people like to start off as ambassadors and let's work it together. And if they have leads that are thinking about going solar and they want to take it a step further, we can always do that. But I just want to make it realistic for them. So I have a couple people, and some of my people that have joined have recruited other people as well, but I haven't even opened up my second level yet. So
got it. Yeah. So ambassadors take longer. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so ambassadors take longer, right? Because they have less skin in the game. So now if you get them as consultants, right, that is a better way to approach them. So I lead with I got more personally recruited consultants than I do ambassadors personally, right?
Okay.
I've got my, hold on one second. I've got my 6 levels open on my position and my wife's position. Right. So when you recruit people, they have more skin in the game and they're going to do more. And you also have to understand, out of 10, let's say 10 people that you recruit, 2 to 3 of them are going to want to do something. It's just the way that the numbers are. You have to manage your expectations ahead of time, because if not, you're going to be disappointed. Right. So for you to avoid being disappointed, no, the majority of people, as good as this opportunity is, most people, I mean, I hate to put it like this, but I speak with the truth. Most people are just not motivated. They're just not. And a lot of them are never going to be. So that's why I'm not emotionally attached to it. I just keep recruiting people. So, but I do lead with the opportunity. Right now, more than ever before, a lot of these realtors that you've already brought on board, I recommend that you approach them about, hey, by the way, have you considered actually, selling solar? You could keep half of the commission with us. And remember, facts tell, stories sell. I got some realtors that are adding extra 100,000, our company, I would say in your case, our company has some realtors that are adding over $100,000 to their income per year just by participating a little bit more in the solar business. I've got people, realtors that, or not just realtors, but people in general that used to be ambassadors. Then I share with them the opportunity. They get excited and they do significantly more. And last tip on that is this. I would say, look, just take a look at this 3-minute video, solargoldrushvideo.com. Take a look at this 3-minute video. Trust me, it's worth your time. Take 3 minutes to look at it. And if it interests you, let me know. If not, no big deal. But you want to pique their interest to see the full presentation and try to get them as consultants.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions? All right.
I had one other question. I've got a lot of people that I get to the proposal state, and 3 of my neighbors went solar after we'd presented to them. Any suggestions?
So they did not go solar with you?
No, they went solar or with others, and I think Sunrun sells them under or only about 4 or 5 panels, which won't or do almost anything.
Yeah, that's where you got to work with a mentor that's, listen, there's no excuse for anybody in Powur to lose a deal to Sunrun. I'll just put it that way. So maybe the mentor that you're using is just not cutting it, because you should not lose. It's very rare to lose for a good mentor a deal to Sunrun. We can beat the prices, and we have to educate the customer. Listen, you got to look at their proposal. If you know that they're giving 4 or 5 panels, you got to let them know, hey, why are you getting so little panels? Some of these companies are giving you small panels so you can have a small monthly payment, but you're still going to have a true bill afterwards. So you've got to work with a competent mentor, is bottom line. And on my Team Freedom, on my teamfreedomtraining.net, there's a list of mentors that are the elite mentors on my team. Their names and phone numbers are there. So I recommend, that you work with a competent mentor. There's a bunch of competent mentors in the whole company, but you got to make sure you're working with somebody that's competent.
JC,
Yes.
Joe speaking.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Yes, about Sandra, you're right. I got a lot of several sales that this guy already got a proposal over Sandra or some Powur, and it's easy to take these sales. These guys practically don't know what to offer, and when they do something, the numbers don't match to the right way. So it's easy for you to explain how Powur works. So practically, I started last year. It's like 3 months that I have with you. But last year over Powur, I did over $100,000 in profits. And thanks to you that you helped me and another guys in Powur, that was easy for me to get over 6 figures in an easy way. So yeah, for this gentleman, just use a mentor and it will be easy for you to win that sale.
Yes, you got to work with how many, by the way, how many ambassadors do you have, Joel?
I have right now 102 ambassadors and 14 salespeople.
Wow. 100 and how many ambassadors?
104. And by the way, you're right. It's better that you turn these guys to salesperson than ambassadors, because when they are salesperson, they are more motivated, they work more, they give you more prospects, so you have more revenue. Yeah, look like
right.
you will get more with just paying $1,000, but it's not. It's easy when you are tier 3. When you just go do the presentation, you have the sale.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Joel. One more question before we wrap this up? I'm doing this as I'm getting in my car to go to the office.
JC, how do you cold call these realtors to partner up with you as ambassadors or any other type of business become partners?
How do you cold call them, you said?
Yeah, it's cold calling them.
Yeah. Well, listen, in the training academy, there's scripts and there's a script for calling realtors. But I'll tell you off the top of my head is this. Basically, I'm calling them to ask them if they're currently working with a solar professional. Straight up. I don't make it complicated. I just ask them straight up, are you currently working with a solar professional? Right. So I mean, that's not the entire script, but basically that's the nutshell, in a nutshell, what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a numbers game. If you ever done cold calling, it's a numbers game. You're just giving them a call. Hey, Mike, how's it going? My name's JC. Give me a call. I see you're a realtor. And by the way, somebody's got the train in the background. Hold on.
Sorry about that.
Okay, no problem. So yeah, basically I go through the scripts in the back office, I mean in the academy, and it has it. But basically I just want to know if they're currently working with a solar pro, and if so, if not, would they be open for me to emailing some information regarding my company? If they say yes, a level of interest there, right? Okay, great. I'm going to send you this information. When would be a good time for me to follow up? Right. And I have a video on Powur for real estate professionals, right? It's on YouTube. So, and that's what I send them. And it does a great job of, I've recruited so many realtors because of that video.
Hey, awesome.
All right. No problem. We're going to wrap this up. I'm actually already in my car. So have a good day, everybody. I'll see you guys today at 5 o'clock. Any guests that you guys got, make sure that you guys guide them to todaypowerhour.com. Have a great day. Appreciate all of you.
All right. God bless.